Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. Happy Workers' Day celebrations to you. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On the program today, discourse on protecting the environment takes center stage in Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, as participants seek ways of growing Nigeria's green economy. Residents of Nkata Ibeku in Umuahia East, local government area of Abia State, raised an alarm as landslide and erosion threatened their existence. And workers in Cross River State receive salary for the month of May as Governor Ben Ayade insists on improving workers' welfare. We begin in the southwestern part of the country. There's an urgent need for Nigeria to focus seriously on the environment in order to ward off impending danger. This is coming from a former Chief of Army Staff, General Theophilus Danjuma, who says that the nation is suffering a lot as a result of the degradation of the environment. General Danjuma, who was the chairman at an environmental discourse to honor the wife of the Ogun State Governor, Olufunso Amosun, at 50, says that desertification has also affected people in the northern region of Nigeria. The warning by General Danjuma was also echoed by the keynote speaker at the event, Dr. Ayoade Olatubosun Alakija, who is even more bothered by bad environmental habits.
Environmental degradation has been a very, very serious threat in our country. Human development has taken a very high toll on the environment, and one only needs to look around, especially in northern Nigeria, where desertification is threatening the lives of everybody. Population in Nigeria is moving southwards, and the result is that we are competing for space in the greener part of the country.
We don't think about it, do we? We do these things subconsciously. My favorite bit of road rage is stopping behind buses and cars that throw things out of the car, and I stop and I shake my fist furiously at them. Don't do that. Because how long till it all decomposes? If you look at the slide behind me, and I know we don't have a huge amount of time, it's scary. 400 years, glass bottles undetermined, 420 years for nappies. These things stay within the environment and stay within the system for a very, very long time. So although sunlight and wave action will break them down, it turns into plastic dust that never, ever goes away. And it has implications for all of us. Human development, business development, national development does not exist in a vacuum. Your actions, my actions, and the actions of those around us impact us all and those who will follow after. So why? Why do we need to save the environment? I've seen time and time again that sustainable motivation is key to sustainable development. So advocacy on environmental issues needs to include capacity building in the whys as well as the hows. And again, I salute Her Excellency for her amazing work with young people. Why? We do it for our lives, we do it for our health, we do it for our jobs and for the economy, because if we don't have a world that is sustainable to live in, then we have no jobs, we have no lives, and we have no economy. We do it for the sake of the generations to come.
Away from the environment to the South-South, where Cross River State Governor Professor Ben Ayade has surprised the state workforce by paying their May salary at the beginning of the month. Shortly after making the pronouncement in Calabar, the state capital, workers began to receive alerts of the payments from their various banks. According to the governor, his administration has a duty to give workers in the state a sense of dignity.
As we create the elixium for bliss, for prosperity, to create an El Dorado, to create a class and panache, to create a new verse, we must create opportunity for our labor to feel a sense of dignity. I am labor. I am proud I'm labor. I earn salary. I want my wages to be paid, because that is the injunction and instruction in the Bible. So as far as I am concerned, there is no labor that will truly put his services that will go in vain, not under the watch of Ayade. And therefore, all those whose promotions have been stalled, I shall review with immediate effect. For anybody who has respect, if you have a simple understanding of the African heritage, anybody who provides your service, be a gardener, your cook, your driver, they're the most critical in all you do, not your bank account. If you slum in your bedroom and fall, it is that your gardener, it is that your driver that picks you. It is not the money you have in the bank account. And therefore, labor must come first. Labor must come before infrastructure. Labor must come before all the skyscrapers. Labor, 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 labor. I have very good news for you. I don't know whether that is good news or bad news. I'm sure by Tuesday, every one of you here would have had your alert.
Mr. Ben Ayade, Cross River State Governor. The May Day celebrations have come at the weekend, but the announcement of a public holiday to commemorate the day gave room for continued discourse. In this report, workers in Lagos, Edo, Cross River, Ogun, and Oyo joined their colleagues around the country to call for improved welfare.
Traffic almost at a standstill in Surulere as workers took to the street en route under the bridge by the National Stadium in Surulere, where a factional group of the Labour Union held this year's rally.
Solidarity forever.
Various placards were on display expressing their agitations, and the leadership spoke on the theme, inclusive socio-economic space for sustainable development.
And indeed, the peoples of the world who have been excluded from the global socio-economic space, who have been reduced to mere spectators, and who have suffered and continue to suffer adversely as a result.
In Edo State, workers from various unions came out en masse at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium to mark the day. And when it was time for the governor to address them, his words gave them reasons to smile.
In Edo State, we have eliminated ghost workers. There are no ghosts anymore in this state. Just like there is no more mommy water near teacher's house. The least worker in Edo State, we will increase the salary from 80,000 to 25,000.
Meanwhile, in Oyo State, the hardship being experienced by the workers as a result of unpaid salaries cast a glooming shadow over the celebration amidst the clamor for a 56,000 naira minimum wage. In Cross River State, while some workers gathered at the UJ Swene Stadium to commemorate the day, members of the Nigeria Union of Teachers celebrated theirs with lots of merriment across major streets in Calabar metropolis. This, the state chairman attributed to a lingering problem between the state labor union and the NUT.
They were wrong to try to exert their illegal power by suspending us. So they suspended us as a union. We also suspended them.
The story was not different in Osun State, where parallel groups of the labor union marked the day at separate venues in Osogbo. Meanwhile, the governor, in his message, assured the workers that the hot days would soon be over.
I want to assure you all that the worst is over and we shall be out of the woods very, very soon.
NUT is closely followed by
in Ogun State, Governor Ibikunle Amosu joined members of the state workforce at the Moshood Abiola International Stadium. The governor applauded their efforts while suing for more cooperation.
On this note, let me appeal to all our workers to continue to be reliable partners in progress as we equally pray to get over the present financial crunch.
Besides Ondo State, where the day appeared to have been forgotten by the workers, other states including Delta, Anambra, Abia also marked the day with great expectations, but the coming days would afford them better opportunities.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up, we'll stay with workers' welfare and labor issues, and especially a reaction from the private sector to the increase of the minimum wage in Edo State by the Edo State government. Don't go away.